What is a hunch?
Trust in my gut. And I'm beginning to think this court could do with a little human intuition.
This court deals only in facts.
The facts aren't where the investigation ends, it's where it starts.
So I gotta start with the most important question. Hollywood has produced all these movies from Jurassic Park to Terminator to even Mercy, sort of showing that like humans pushing into technology and science and not really thinking about the repercussions. Why does no one in the real world seem to learn from all these movies that have been made that, you get what I mean?
Yes, I do. It's a great question. You want to be able to learn from sci-fi. It always poses sci-fi does a great job when it poses those questions, what if? And we are right on the precipice of what if, and so probably I think the main common denominators is humans are dumb.
I'll write off that. Yep, what he said.
I can't deny what you're saying because we have a track record of not being the smartest people, So Chris, is an individual question for you. Many years ago, you worked with Timur on Wanted.
Yes.
And I'm just curious, what is it like going from like number 72 on the call sheet to now being the number 1 on the call sheet?
It felt wonderful. I was really green when I was doing Wanted. It was very early in my career. I'm learning on every job. But I had a whole lot to learn back then, and like you mentioned, I was very low on the totem pole. I was just trying to get in the movie, and I was just trying to do scenes that would make the movie. It was a lot of improv and a lot of fun. Also, Timur did not speak English as well back then as he does now, and so the communication was a little different. But now, all these years later, to be not only an actor but also a collaborator in the creative storytelling process, more so than I was back then, having notes on the script, asking questions, having just more agency that comes with experience, and so it felt really nice. There's only a handful of moments I could picture and point to in my career where I've been able to sort of sit back and examine how far I've come, and to go 17 or 18 years ago working with him to working with him now, it was a very humbling reminder.
I've been asking these 3 questions to everyone I've been interviewing the last few months, and here we go. For both of you, do you have a favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
Do I? No.
I'd say I really like Inception. I think Inception is fantastic.
It was like going through my Rolodex. I can't pick one.
Was there like Dark Knight or Interstellar? Did he do Memento?
It's okay. He did Memento.
Memento. There's a little bit of Memento in Mercy, don't you think? As this guy's kind of figuring out who the hell he is, there's a little bit of that I picture, but that's a really great movie too.
The next question is, do you have a favorite Steven Spielberg movie?
God, you just throwing it at us, aren't you?
Jurassic Park.
I mean, Jurassic Park was good. Sheesh. I'm just gonna copy you of every answer because I can't think. There's so many. Good Lord.
And the last one, and this is usually the tougher one, so I apologize. Do you have a favorite Stanley Kubrick movie?
I mean, there's a lot. Shining.
I guess, yeah.
I would say this.
2001 maybe, or The Shining. I think The Shining is pretty spectacular, but it's also pretty. I'm not a huge Kubrick fan.
I like how you whispered.
We heard that.
Like,
Did you hear that? I'll say of all. I mean, he's amazing, but obviously. But I would say The Shining. But that's tough. It's tough to pick.
So one of the things about this movie, and Timur's been doing this for the last few years, especially producing them, is making like a screenlife movie, which is essentially using technology to help tell the story, and it's definitely a different way of telling a story compared to a lot of other films. Can you sort of talk about, for both of you, what is it like as an actor making a film like this, where technology is, really a prevalent part of every aspect of this film?
I would say it's kind of it was a reminder of how much technology is really around us every day. I mean, we know that, especially being on our phones all the time, but it's in everything. And how quickly we are so submerged in so much information, it just was a reminder. And also how helpful, how useful it can be, and also how it could probably backfire a little bit. Too much of one thing could be not that great. So it was just kind of a constant reminder to kind of like monitor the type of technology, because it also is a type of technology that you use. I mean, there's technologies when I work out all the time, there's technology in the treadmills we use and, counting calories and et cetera. But it just kind of made me more mindful of what kind of technology you get submerged into.
For me, in terms of the process of a film and the screen life film, if you call it a genre, if you will, Timur's film Profile, I thought was a really great example of that. There have been other examples of that where, it allows you to, there's certain limitations that come within a screen life film. What I thought was great about Mercy was it's justified because essentially the Mercy Court room is the location for the entire journey for this protagonist. And so it would be realistic that his entire interaction with the outside world would be through technology. So I think finding the right story to tell in a screen life genre is the key to the success of a screen life film. Because there are some films that they're screen life films, but then you think, oh well, that was just because they wanted to shoot the whole thing on iPhones or on doorbird cameras or something like that. But actually the fact that this to me is probably the best version of a screen life film you're going to get in a really long time, because it's still very much a big blockbuster kind of a movie, and every bit of use of screen life is totally justified through the story. There's no other way to tell this story.
Yeah, Timur is kind of a master at doing that.
Yeah.
This is my last question. It's an individual for each of you. Chris, I'm a fan of Terminal List. When do I get to see Terminal List Season 2? And for you, I'm curious. I am a big fan of Zach, and I know you're in Resident Evil. And one of the things about Zach's work that I love is the way he moves camera. And just he's so meticulous about the camera moves. And if you look at Weapons, or Barbarian, you see what I'm talking about. What can you tease about Resident Evil, and especially the way the camera is going to work?
Zach is a master. He knows exactly what he wants. He has this clear vision. He's very clear at what he wants from the cameras, from the actors, from the atmosphere, from everything. And he's a pleasure to work with. I will say, being a Resident Evil fan and being a gamer since the first one, he took a crack at another origin story, and I haven't even obviously seen it. I've been involved in it, and the script is amazing. I think you're going to be very pleased. But his camera work, it puts the cherry on top of the story that he's telling with this, especially this genre of a video game turned movie, and movies that already been done. He's amazing. I think you're going to be very pleased.
And my question, I would say thank you. You've always been a very vocal supporter of the Terminalist and the whole Terminalist sort of Jack Carr cinematic universe, the Cinevision universe that we've been building out. But I'm not at liberty to disclose the release date of Terminalist Season 2, but I can tell you we're deep in edits. We're through the first 6 of 8 episodes, and it is truly remarkable. I cannot wait for fans of the show to see it, for fans of the book to see the book fully done on the second book, True Believer, fully done on the screen, and just get yourself ready, man, because I think we really elevated. I'm excited for people to see it.